Emma stood in the rain. Cold drops hit her face. Her dress was torn. Mud covered her shoes. She held one small bag, everything she owned in the world. "Get out," her aunt screamed from the doorway. "You bring us nothing but shame. No money, no beauty, no worth at all." The heavy door slammed shut. The sound echoed in Emma's heart. She was alone, completely alone. The rich house behind her had never really been home anyway. Her aunt took her in when her parents died, but only for the money they left. When that ran out, so did any kindness. "You eat too much," they always said. "You worked too slow. You're too plain, too poor, too much trouble for anyone to love." Emma walked through the thick mud. Her feet were soaking wet. Where could she go? She had no one, no place to stay, no hope left. The rain fell harder. She pulled her thin shawl tight. It didn't help. Nothing helped anymore. Then, a black coach stopped right beside her. Steam rose from the horses. A man stepped out. He wore fine clothes, gold buttons, polished boots. He looked very important. "Are you Emma Stone?" he asked. His voice was formal, but not cruel. She nodded. She was too tired and scared to speak. "Your aunt sold you," he said simply. No emotion in his voice. "To the Duke of Westfield. As a servant, or as his bride. He will decide when he meets you." Emma's heart stopped beating for a moment. Sold? Like a piece of cattle at market? But what choice did she have now? The rain was ice cold. The night was getting darker. She had nowhere else in the world to go. "The Duke is different from other men," the man added carefully. "He doesn't care about beauty or family money. He needs someone practical, someone real." Emma climbed into the warm coach. Her hands shook like leaves. A duke? She knew they were powerful people, proud people, sometimes cruel people. What would he want with someone like her? The coach rolled through the dark night. Emma thought about her short life. Her parents had loved her once. They died when she was only 12 years old. Then came 5 long years with her aunt. 5 years of daily hate, of being told she was worth nothing. Too tall and awkward, her cousin Jane would laugh every day. Too plain-faced, too poor. Who in the world would ever want you? Now a duke owned her, like property. Would he be worse than her aunt? Would he beat her, use her badly, throw her away when he got bored? The coach finally stopped. Emma saw a house bigger than anything in her dreams. Tall windows glowed with warm light. Stone columns reached toward the sky. It was grand, beautiful, and completely terrifying. "Welcome to Westfield Manor," the man said. "The Duke waits for you inside." Emma's legs felt weak as water, but she made them move forward, step by step, into whatever her new life would bring. Inside, servants stopped their work to stare. They whispered behind their hands. They pointed at her wet dress. Emma kept her head down. Her muddy shoes left marks on the polished marble floor. "This way, miss," a maid said. Not mean words, not kind words either, just careful words. They climbed wide marble stairs, down a long hallway lined with paintings, past doors made of dark wood, 2 huge double doors at the very end. "He's waiting inside," the maid said quietly. Then she left Emma alone. Emma stood there shaking. Should she knock? Should she run back to the rain? Should she just cry? The door opened by itself. A deep voice called out from the darkness. "Come in, Emma Stone. Let's discuss your future." She took a deep breath, then stepped inside. Her fate was waiting in that room. Good or bad, her old life was over forever. The girl that no one wanted, sold to a duke she'd never seen. For what purpose? She would very soon learn. The room was filled with shadows. Only firelight danced on the walls. A tall man sat in a leather chair near the flames. He didn't look up when she entered. "Sit down," he said. His voice was deep and rough, but not harsh or angry. Emma sat on the edge of a velvet chair. It was too soft, too rich. She wasn't used to such comfort in her life. "I am Marcus Gray," he said slowly. "Duke of Westfield. 30 years old, never married, and completely tired of people's lies." He finally looked up at her. Emma gasped out loud. A long scar crossed his left eye. Old and deep, it looked like it had caused terrible pain. "Not very pretty to look at, am I?" he said. A small smile crossed his face. Sad, but not me. I'm so sorry," Emma stammered. "Sorry for what? You didn't do this to me." He touched the scar gently. "War did this. 5 years ago now. It changed absolutely everything in my life." He stood up slowly, walked to the tall window. Emma noticed he limped just a little. Like walking still hurts sometimes. Before the war happened, women loved me, Marcus continued. They loved my face, my money, my fancy title. Then this happened to me. He turned back toward her. Every single one of them ran away. Even my bride-to-be, the day before our wedding ceremony. Emma understood that kind of pain. Different reasons. Same terrible result. Your aunt wrote me a letter, Marcus said. She said she had a niece, poor and plain and desperate, perfect for a scarred old duke. Emma's cheeks burned red with shame. Even when selling her, her aunt found ways to be cruel. She meant it as an insult, Marcus said quietly. To both of us, I think. But I'm tired, Emma, so very tired of pretty faces hiding ugly hearts. Tired of lies and games and fake smiles. He sat back down, studied her face carefully. Not the way men usually looked at women. Not searching for beauty. He seemed to look much deeper. I need a wife, he said simply. Not for love stories. Just for peace. Someone real and honest. Someone who works hard. Someone who knows what it feels like to be rejected by everyone. Emma found her voice at last. But why me? Because you're here right now. Because you have nowhere else to go. Because maybe we can actually help each other survive. He poured hot tea from a silver pot, handed her the delicate cup. His large hands were surprisingly gentle, very careful not to hurt her. I won't force you into anything, he said firmly. You can work as a paid servant here. Safe, warm home, good food, fair treatment. Or you can choose to be my duchess. It's completely your choice to make. Why would you want someone like me? Emma asked. I'm nothing special at all. Marcus laughed softly. Not mean laughter, just tired laughter. That's exactly what people told me too. After this happened, he touched his scar again. But I learned something important. The world lies constantly about people's worth, about what is real value, about what actually matters in life. He stood up, walked to his desk, pulled out some papers with writing on them. I've been watching your aunt's house. How she treated you every day. How you survived it all. You're much stronger than you know, Emma. Emma sipped the sweet tea. It was warm and comforting. The first truly kind thing she'd experienced in so very long. What would you expect from me, as a wife? Marcus sat back down. His cheeks turned slightly red. Honesty always, help running the estate. Companionship when I'm lonely. Nothing physical between us, unless you wanted that. In time, maybe someday. This powerful duke was actually shy. It surprised her completely. I'm not a good man, he added quietly. I have terrible nightmares. Bad days full of anger. Memories from the war that won't leave me alone. But I'm never cruel, never to two people who don't deserve it. Emma believed every word. Something in his damaged eyes. Pain always recognized pain in others. Can I think about this tonight? Of course you can. Take all the time you need. Decide tomorrow morning. Tonight you should rest. Eat good food. Be warm and dry. Be completely safe. He called for the maid. Rose appeared quickly. She was older with a kind, motherly face. Show Miss Stone to the blue guest room. Get her clean, dry clothes. Hot food. Whatever she needs to be comfortable. As Emma followed Rose toward the door, she looked back once. The Duke stared into the dancing flames. All alone in that big room. Just like, maybe, they could be alone together instead. Morning sunlight came soft and golden. Emma woke up confused for a moment. The bed was so warm and comfortable. The room was clean and beautiful. Then she remembered everything. A gentle knock came. Rose entered, carrying a breakfast tray. The Duke is waiting in the garden, she said with a smile. When you're ready, dear. No hurry at all. Emma ate very slowly. Real food, fresh eggs. Warm bread with butter. Sweet jam. Her empty stomach had forgotten what being full felt like. She put on the dress Rose had brought. Simple blue cotton, but clean and whole. It fit her perfectly. The garden was huge and magnificent. Flowers bloomed everywhere in bright colors. Marcus sat on a stone bench reading. He stood up quickly when she appeared. You stayed the night, he said. He sounded genuinely surprised. Where else would I have gone? That's true. He smiled. That sad smile again. Will you walk with me? I'd like to show you my roses. They walked the gravel paths together. He showed her different types of roses, told her their names and histories. His voice was different out here, much softer, almost happy. I plant every one myself, he said proudly. My head gardener thinks I'm completely mad. Dukes aren't supposed to dig in the dirt with their hands. But you do it anyway. I do, it helps me forget. The war memories. The pain. Everything. They sat by a small pond. Colorful fish swam in lazy circles below the surface. Have you decided about my proposal? He asked, not pushing her, just gently asking. Emma watched the peaceful fish. What if I'm not good enough? There's a duchess, I mean. Good enough for whom? Marcus asked back. For society people. They already hate me because of this scar. For the servants. They'll respect whatever choice I make. For me, Emma, I just want someone real and honest. I don't know how to dance properly or host fancy parties. Or speak to important people. I never give parties, he interrupted. I hate dancing. My bad leg makes it nearly impossible anyway. They sat in comfortable silence. Birds sang in the trees. A gentle wind blew flower petals around them. Can I ask you about the war? Marcus tensed up completely. Then slowly relaxed. You can ask me anything. I might not be ready to answer yet. But you can always ask. That seems fair. He looked at her, really studied her face. You're different from everyone else. Most people demand answers immediately. They push and pry and won't stop. Pain needs its own time, Emma said softly. And trust between people. Both take time to grow properly. Marcus smiled then. A real, genuine smile. It transformed his entire scarred face. Marry me, he said suddenly. Not for love stories. We're not there yet. But for possibility. For hope. For a real chance at something true and lasting. Emma's heart started racing fast. Marriage to a duke. Scarred and wounded, but truly kind. I'm scared, she admitted. Me too, he said honestly. Absolutely terrified. But maybe we can be scared together. Maybe that's better than being scared alone. Emma thought about her aunt's house. The cold and hunger. The daily cruelty and hate. Then she looked at Marcus. Saw pain just like hers. But also genuine kindness. And hope. Yes, she said firmly. I'll marry you. Marcus blinked hard. Like he couldn't believe what he'd heard. Really? You mean it? Really and truly. But we go slowly. We learn about each other. We build real trust. We find our own way forward. Of course, whatever you need, however long it takes. No pressure at all. They shook hands formally, very proper and polite. But his hand felt warm, strong, steady. When should we do this? Emma asked. Tomorrow? Unless that feels too soon for you? Emma laughed out loud. Her first real laugh in years. My aunt sold me yesterday. I slept in a duke's house last night. Now I'm engaged to marry him. Nothing feels normal anymore. Marcus laughed too. Deep and genuine. That's a fair point. Tomorrow then. Small ceremony. Just us. The priest. 2 people to witness it. They walked back toward the house. Side by side. Not touching yet. But definitely together. Emma? Marcus stopped walking suddenly. Thank you. For saying yes. For taking this chance. On me. On us. On whatever this might become. Thank you too, she said back. For seeing me. Not what other people said about me. But the real me. Rose met them at the door. Her face showed complete surprise. Then pure joy. A wedding, she gasped. Tomorrow? Oh my stars, so much to prepare. So much to do. She rushed off immediately, making lists. Calling out orders to other servants. Marcus and Emma stood there awkwardly. What happened now? I have important work to finish, he said. Estate business that can't wait. But dinner tonight. Together, we could talk more. Get to know each other better? I'd really like that. He left for his office. Emma stood alone in the grand hallway. But she didn't feel lonely anymore. Not at all. Tomorrow she would be a duchess. Married to a stranger. A scarred duke with the kindest eyes she'd ever seen. Her cruel aunt would absolutely hate it. That thought alone made Emma smile wide. The wedding was simple and quick. A few words from the priest. Plain gold rings. 2 servants watched from the back. The priest looked confused by it all. But it was done and legal. Emma was now officially a duchess. The title felt completely strange, like wearing shoes that were far too big for her feet. What happens now? She asked Marcus. They stood together in the small chapel, married but still strangers to each other. Now we just live, he said gently. Day by day, step by step. We figure it out together. The first few days felt very awkward. They ate meals together. Breakfast and dinner. They made small talk about safe things. The weather. The food. Nothing too personal yet. Marcus showed her every room in the huge house. Every corner and closet. And hidden passage. This is your home now too, he said seriously. Change anything you want. Make it feel like home to you. But Emma changed nothing at first. She still felt like a guest. A visitor who might be asked to leave. Not a real wife. The servants were polite but distant. They called her Your Grace with careful voices. The fancy title made her want to laugh. Or cry. Or both. They'll warm up to you, Rose promised. Give them some time. You're not what they expected at all. What did they expect? Someone grand and proud. Someone mean. Maybe. Not someone like you. Emma started helping in the kitchen. Mrs. Bell, the head cook, was completely shocked. Duchesses don't cook, she gasped. It's not proper at all. This duchess does, Emma said firmly. Please, I need to feel useful. I need to do something with my hand. Mrs. Bell's expression softened. She began teaching Emma recipes. Simple ones first. How to make bread. Vegetable soup. Apple pie. Marcus found her there one afternoon. Flour in her dark hair. Bread dough on her hands. Having fun? He asked, not mocking her, just genuinely curious. I love it. Making something useful. Being helpful instead of useless. You don't need to work anymore. You're a duchess now. You have servants for this. Emma's face fell with disappointment. Marcus noticed immediately. But if you want to cook, if it makes you happy, then please do it. Do whatever brings you joy. She smiled brightly. He smiled back. A small moment, but very important. Days passed into weeks. Routines slowly formed. They ate breakfast together every morning. Marcus worked on estate business, letters and accounts and meetings. Emma explored the house and grounds. She found an enormous library, more books than she'd ever seen in her life. You like to read? Marcus found her there one evening. My father taught me before he died. I loved it. I'm sorry about your parents. That must have been terrible. They sat together in comfortable chairs. He pulled down his favorite books, showed them to her proudly. This one's about gardening. This one's English history. And this one. He paused, looking embarrassed. Poetry. My secret love that no one knows about. Emma took the poetry book carefully. Will you read some to me? I'd love to hear it. Marcus blushed red. But he read in his beautiful deep voice. The words came alive with emotion and meaning. They made this their evening habit. After dinner, each night, library time by the fire. Marcus, reading aloud. Emma listened with complete attention. Sometimes she read too. Her voice was quieter, but growing stronger each day. One morning Emma found him in the rose garden, digging and planting new bushes. His injured leg made the work difficult. She could see him struggling. Can I help you? He looked up with surprise. You want to dig in the dirt? I want to help you. They worked together in comfortable silence. Hands deep in rich soil, warm sun on their faces. He taught her about different roses, which ones liked sunshine, which needed more shade. Why roses? She asked. Why not other flowers? Because they survive everything, he said thoughtfully. Through harsh winters, through terrible storms, they always come back stronger, more beautiful than before, despite all their sharp thorns. Just like him, Emma thought to herself. Just like both of us. The servants began to warm up to her. They saw her working hard, helping instead of demanding. She wasn't above them. She worked right alongside them. Tom, the young stable boy, taught her about the horses. She was frightened at first. They seemed so big and powerful. Start with Daisy, Tom said gently. She's old and gentle, perfect for learning. Daisy was calm and patient. Emma learned to brush her coat, feed her carrots, trust her completely. Marcus watched from his office window. He smiled, seeing his strange new wife, cooking with servants, gardening with dirty hands, making friends with horses. With everyone except him, it seemed. But that wasn't true, he realized. They were becoming friends. Sort of, getting closer, very slowly but surely. One rainy afternoon, Emma found him in terrible pain. His leg ached. His head pounded. War memories were attacking his mind. Can I help somehow? She asked softly, very carefully. Just sit here, talk about anything at all? Just not about war, please note, about war. So she talked about simple things. About the bread she'd baked that morning. About Daisy's new tricks. About the book she was reading. Her gentle voice pushed the dark memories away. Just a little bit. Thank you, he said later, for not running away. Most people do when I'm like this. We made a promise, Emma reminded him, to be scared together. Remember? He remembered, reached out slowly, took her hand in his. The first time they'd really touched, not formal handshakes. Real human contact. I'm glad you stayed that first night, he said. Me too, she said honestly. And she truly meant it. Days became weeks, which became months. Two complete strangers, learning to live together, learning to trust each other, building something new, not love yet, but a strong foundation, something real and lasting. Day by day, spring slowly turned into warm summer. Emma changed in ways she'd never expected, not just on the outside, deep inside too. She mastered bread baking completely. Perfect golden crust, soft and fluffy inside. Mrs. Bell beamed with motherly pride. Better than mine now, the cook admitted happily. You have the natural touch for it. Emma learned about healing herbs too. Which ones cured sickness? Which ones are flavored food? Which ones brought peaceful sleep? The garden became her outdoor classroom. Lavender, for better sleep. She explained to Marcus one evening. Fresh mint for upset stomachs. Sage for wisdom and clear thinking. Do I need sage? He teased her gently. We all need more wisdom, she teased right back. Their invisible walls came down slowly, bit by bit, joke by joke, smile by smile, day by day. The servants completely loved her now. She remembered everyone's names, asked about their families, helped when someone was sick or troubled. Young Mary got a dangerous fever. Emma sat with her all night. Cool, wet cloths on her forehead. Herb tea every hour. Soft songs. Her own mother once sang to her. You saved my daughter's life. Mary's mother wept with gratitude. Thank you, Your Grace. Thank you so much. Just call me Emma, she said gently. Please. Just Emma. But they couldn't do that. She was their Duchess now. Their good Duchess. Their kind and caring Duchess. Marcus watched Emma grow and change. Confidence bloomed like his prize roses. She walked taller and straighter, spoke clearer and louder, smiled much more often. You're completely different now, he said one evening after dinner. Bad different, good different, wonderful and different. You're becoming yourself, the real Emma that was always hidden inside. She helped him too in quiet ways. His bad days came much less often. Her calm presence soothed his troubled mind. Her gentle voice, her peaceful energy. The village got sick with spreading fever. The old doctor was overwhelmed and exhausted. I could help them, Emma said carefully. I know herbs now. Basic healing. Simple care. Marcus hesitated. Duchesses didn't work with common village people, but Emma wasn't a common duchess. Not at all. If you want to help them, yes. Go help them. She did exactly that. House to house. Herbal medicines. Hot soup. Tender care. The village people were shocked, completely. A real duchess helping them personally. She's an angel, they whispered to each other. Sent from heaven above. Emma came home exhausted each evening, but glowing with purpose and joy. You're happy, Marcus observed. Really, truly happy. I'm useful, she said simply. I matter. I make a difference. It feels wonderful. He understood completely. After the war, he'd felt useless too. Broken. Worthless. Emma was healing more than sick villagers. She was healing herself. One evening, unexpected guests arrived. Lady Catherine and her daughter Jane. Rich society women from the city. They came without invitation. We heard the strangest rumors, Lady Catherine announced rudely. That you married some poor girl. We had to see for ourselves. Emma felt her old fears return. These women looked at her with cold judgment, just like her aunt used to do. This is my wife, Marcus said firmly. Duchess Emma. Jane laughed cruelly. Her? She looks like a servant girl, so plain and common. Emma's face burned red with shame. She started to shrink back into her old shell, but then Marcus stepped forward. His voice turned ice cold and dangerous. You will show my wife proper respect, or you will leave my house immediately. Your choice completely. The women looked shocked. They expected him to be ashamed of Emma too. She's beneath you, Lady Catherine hissed. Everyone says so. You could have married anyone. I married exactly who I wanted, Marcus said firmly. The best woman I've ever known. Now leave. You're not welcome here anymore. After they left, Emma sat quietly. The old doubts came flooding back. Maybe they're right, she whispered. Maybe I'm not good enough for this life. Marcus knelt beside her chair, took her hands gently and Emma, look at me. Really look at me. She raised her eyes to meet his. You saved Mary's life. You feed hungry people. You comfort the sick and scared. You make bread that brings joy. You tend roses that bloom because of your care. You made this cold house into a warm home. His voice grew stronger and more passionate. Those women, they do nothing useful. They help no one. They create no beauty or joy. They only judge and hurt and destroy. You are worth 100 of them. Emma felt tears in her eyes, but good tears. Healing tears. Do you really mean that? Every single word. You are not just good enough, Emma. You are extraordinary. And I am proud. So very proud to call you my wife. Something changed in that moment. The last wall between them crumbled away. Emma saw the truth in his eyes. Real respect. Real admiration. Maybe even the beginning of something deep. Thank you, she whispered. For seeing me. For believing in me. For defending me. Always, he promised. Always. And forever. That night, for the first time, they didn't go to separate rooms. They sat together by the fire, talking quietly, sharing deeper thoughts, learning each other's hearts. The scared, broken girl was completely gone now. In her place sat a strong, confident woman, a woman who knew her own worth. A woman who was truly becoming herself. Autumn painted the world in gold and red. Emma had been at Westfield Manor for 6 months now. Everything had changed. Most importantly, she had changed. The villagers adored her completely. When sickness came, they asked for the good Duchess instead of the old doctor. Her herbal medicines worked better. Her gentle touch healed hearts as well as body. You have a gift, Marcus told her one evening. A real gift for healing. I learned from you, Emma said softly. You healed me first, showed me I was worth something. He looked surprised. I didn't do anything special. You saw me, the real me, when no one else ever had. They were sitting closer now, on the same couch instead of separate chairs. Small changes, but meaningful ones. The estate was thriving too. Emma's practical ideas helped save money. Her kindness made workers loyal and happy. She'd become his true partner in everything. I have a confession, Marcus said one quiet evening. I didn't marry you just for companionship. Emma's heart skipped. What do you mean? I was lonely, but more than that, I was lost. After the war, after my bride left me, I forgot who I was inside. Then you came. You reminded me. He touched her hand gently. Watching you discover your strength, it helped me find mine again. You saved me, Emma, in every way a person can be saved. Emma felt her cheeks grow warm. You saved me too, from my aunt, from thinking I was worthless, from being alone forever. Are we still alone? He asked softly. No, she whispered. We're together now, really together. He leaned closer. Emma, I need to tell you something important. What? I love you. Completely, desperately. With everything I am. Her heart soared like a bird in flight. I love you too, Marcus. I have for months now. Really? Really and truly. I was just afraid to say it. Afraid you couldn't love someone like me. Someone like you? He laughed gently. Emma, you're the most remarkable woman I've ever known. You're brave and kind and strong. You're beautiful inside and out. Even with my plain face, your face isn't plain at all. It's perfect. Every line, every expression. I love watching you think. I love your smile when you're happy. I love how you bite your lip when you're worried. He cupped her face in his hands. Can I kiss you? He asked softly. Yes, she breathed. Please. Their first kiss was gentle, sweet, full of months of growing love and trust. When they pulled apart, both were crying happy tears. I never thought I'd find this, Marcus whispered. Real love. True partnership. Me neither. I thought I'd always be alone. Never again. We'll never be alone again. Jack. Winter came with snow and cozy fires. Emma moved into Marcus's room, not just as his wife in name, but as his true partner in everything. They made plans together. For the estate. For the village. For their future. I want to build a proper hospital, Emma said one snowy evening. With trained nurses. Real medicines. A place where anyone can get help. Then we'll build it, Marcus said immediately. Whatever you want, whatever will help people. It will cost a lot of money. I have plenty of money, and finally someone wonderful to spend it with. They worked on the plans together. Emma drew pictures of rooms and gardens. Marcus calculated costs and supplies. Their shared dream is taking shape. Spring returned with new life everywhere. Emma woke up, feeling strange one morning. Sick to her stomach, tired in a new way. Rose noticed immediately. Oh, my dear, she said with knowing eyes. I think you might be carrying a child. Emma's hand went to her stomach. A baby. Their baby. She told Marcus that evening. His face lit up like sunrise. A child? He whispered in wonder. Our child? Are you happy about it? Happy? Emma, I'm over the moon. You've given me everything. A real home. True love. And now, a family. He knelt down, kissed her stomach gently. "Hello, little one," he whispered. "Your mama and papa love you already." Emma laughed through tears. "We don't even know if it's real yet." "It's real, I can tell. You're glowing like starlight." The village celebrated when they heard the news. Their beloved Duchess was having a baby. Everyone wanted to help and prepare. Mrs. Bell knitted tiny blankets. Tom carved a wooden cradle. Rose gathered soft fabrics for baby clothes. The whole estate buzzed with joyful excitement. "They love you so much," Marcus marveled. "You've become the heart of this whole place." "We've become the heart," Emma corrected. "Together. We did this together." As her belly grew, so did their love. Marcus read poetry to the baby every night. Emma sang soft lullabies. They dreamed of the future together. "Boy or girl?" Marcus wondered one evening. "Doesn't matter," Emma said peacefully. "Healthy is all I want. And loved. Always loved." "This child will be the most loved baby in all of England," Marcus promised. One day, a letter came from Emma's aunt. She'd heard about the Duchess and the coming baby. She wanted to visit to make amends. Emma read it with Marcus beside her. Her face stayed calm and strong. "What do you want to do?" he asked carefully. Emma thought for a long moment. Then she walked to the fireplace, threw the letter into the flame. "Nothing," she said firmly. "She made her choice long ago. I've made mine now." Marcus smiled with pride. "You don't need her anymore." "No, I never did. I just didn't know it then." She turned to him. This man who'd saved her. This man she'd saved in return. "I have everything I need right here. Love, purpose, family, home, you. And I have you," he said. "My treasure. My Duchess. My Emma." Outside, roses bloomed in their garden. Inside, love bloomed in their hearts. The scared, rejected girl was gone forever. In her place stood a confident woman, a beloved wife, a future mother, a Duchess who knew her true worth at last. The baby kicked gently, their future stirring to life. Together, they faced whatever would come, no longer alone, no longer afraid, no longer anything but completely perfectly happy. Their love story was just beginning. Emma stood in her garden, watching their children play. Little Thomas, age 4, chased butterflies between the rose bushes. Baby Sarah, just learning to walk, picked flowers with chubby fingers. "Mama, look," Thomas called. "I caught one." "Very gentle," Emma reminded him. "Let it fly free." He opened his small hands. The butterfly danced away on the breeze. Marcus appeared behind her, wrapped his arms around her waist. Still the same gentle touch after all these years. "The hospital is finished," he announced proudly. "Ready for patients tomorrow." Emma leaned back against his chest. "Really? It's finally ready. Dr. Williams says it's the finest facility he's ever seen. Thanks to my brilliant wife's designs." The Emma Gray Hospital stood at the village center. 3 stories of healing and hope. Emma had planned every room, every detail. A place where anyone could find help. "I got another letter today," Marcus said carefully. "From the Queen herself." Emma turned in his arms. "About what?" "She wants to visit. See the famous hospital. Meet the Duchess who's changing everything." Emma laughed. "Me? Famous? I just help people." "You do much more than that. You've revolutionized medical care, trained dozens of nurses, saved hundreds of lives." It was true. Emma's methods had spread across England. Other hospitals copied her ideas. Medical schools taught her techniques. The scared girl thrown into the rain had become a leader in healing. "Will you meet with the Queen?" Marcus asked. "If you think I should." "I think you should do whatever makes you happy, just like always." Thomas ran up to them. "Papa, Mama, come see what Sarah did." They followed their son. Sarah had discovered a mud puddle. She sat right in the middle, completely covered in brown dirt, laughing with pure joy. "Oh my goodness," Emma gasped. But she was smiling. "Bath time for you, little miss." "I'll get her," Marcus said. He scooped up their muddy daughter. She giggled and grabbed his nose with dirty fingers. "You're both disasters," Emma said lovingly. "What am I going to do with you?" "Love us forever," Marcus suggested hopefully. "Forever and always," Emma promised. That evening, after the children were clean and sleeping, Marcus and Emma sat in their library, their favorite evening spot. Books and fire and quiet love. "Any regrets?" Marcus asked suddenly. "About this life? About marrying a scarred duke?" Emma looked at him with surprise. "Regrets? Marcus, you gave me everything. Purpose, love, family, a chance to help people. How could I regret any of that? Even when society ladies still whisper about us. Let them whisper. They're just jealous. They have empty lives. We have real ones. She moved closer to him on the couch, traced the old scar gently with her finger. This scar? It led you to me. It made you look beyond surfaces, see people's hearts instead of their faces. I'm grateful for it now. And your aunt's cruelty led me to you too. Everything led to you. To this, to us. Marcus kissed her softly. Still made her heart race after all these years. I have something for you, he said mysteriously. It's not my birthday. It's better than a birthday. It's the anniversary of the day you said yes to marrying me. He pulled out a small wrapped box. Inside was a necklace. Simple, elegant, beautiful. Read the inscription, he said. Emma held it to the firelight. Tiny words engraved in gold. My treasure. My Duchess. My Emma. Forever yours. Marcus. It's perfect. You made me remember who I was, inside. Before war. Before pain. Before fear. You brought me back to life, Emma. We brought each other back to life. He fastened the necklace around her neck. It felt warm against her skin. Like his love. Like home. What do you want to do tomorrow? Emma asked. Whatever you want. Visit patients. At the hospital. Work in the garden. Play with our children. I'm happy anywhere as long as you're there. Same answer for me. Anywhere with you is exactly where I belong. Outside, snow began to fall. Their first winter storm of the season. Inside, they were warm and safe, and completely content. The rejected girl and the scarred Duke. Two broken people who'd found each other, who'd healed each other, who'd built something beautiful together. Love, family, purpose, home, everything they'd ever dreamed of and more. Their story had begun with pain and rejection, but it ended with joy and acceptance, with knowing their true worth, with finding where they belong, together. Always together. The fire crackled softly. Snow fell gently. Love surrounded them like a warm blanket, and they lived happily, not just ever after, but every single day, because real love isn't just an ending. It's a beginning, again and again, forever.